Hello, everyone. I was watching the last video that I uploaded on holistic nutrition with that meat, and I noticed that the some of the photos of me turning into a skeleton didn't show, so I am redoing that portion of it. It looks like it's showing now. Okay, so let's take a look at the photos that didn't show. Okay, so uh, post August 2021, after the betrayal, this is how I looked like. So my nutrition was sucked, right? Okay, sucked away. You see the chest, so curved in, but I kept going. I did not go back to eating hard food. I would suck the liquid, as I still am. I've gained my 20 pounds back. Okay, this is how I look like. Um, so wait, this is how. Excuse me. This is how I looked like pre-August. Pre-August, between May, I think it was in June, between June and July, or was it a little before? Anyway, um, yes, it was sometime in May, maybe late May through July. This is how I looked like, and this is how I looked like when I was making videos where I was using a Google Translate because I couldn't speak or could hardly speak. There were times when I couldn't speak at all, and there were times when I could barely speak, and it was way too much energy just speaking. So that was when I used the recording for my channel. My main channel was taken down. You can see here my body, the nutrients I was putting into my body were being sucked by the one dark energy that's left. Take a look at my back. Here, I had no butt. I had to use cushions so I wouldn't feel too much pain. Okay, here we go. More. More. Even the face just looks like bones. Okay. All right, then. Let me stop presenting. Let me stop. And let's look at the other photos. Okay, so the other photos were when I returned to normal. I was hoping to find, well, you saw them already. I don't think, well, there's some lighting issues, but here is, I gained the 20 pounds back. I'm back. I was post August 2021, nearly back to normal. Um, my hair was being done by my wife. And so that's, wait, I did it again. I didn't present. Maybe that's what I did wrong last time. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. So the post pictures look like, okay, that's not, I don't want that. How do you go back? Dude. All right, click that off. Let's start with normal. Did it stop presenting? Yeah, see, that's what I figured. Okay, let's present again. You already seen this photo. You know what I'm going to do? I want to see, because I sent myself photos on Hotmail, a Hotmail account. But that took time, and some of it didn't show up yet, hasn't shown up yet. Haven't shown up yet, bad grammar. All right, so we saw that already. Okay, so I'm gonna take that off. Seems like as soon as I click it off, then it stops presenting. So basically, I turned to bones pre-August, between May and August of 2021. Let me see if I received any other photos that I sent myself. Just bear with me for a second. I used to make videos spending endless hours editing, only to have a few people watch it. So I stopped. Now I speak to people directly, whatever errors I make, grammatical or non-grammatical. It is what it is. But here's post-August. Okay, let's take a look at the post-August. Let's present again. So post-August was when I went back to normal, meaning I gained the 20 pounds back. It's loading. Loading. Okay, so there's one thing while it's loading that I wanted to say that I didn't say. In addition to having fighting these parasites, I had to deal with a threat from small letter G, or dark entity. I believe that that entity is part of the council, because I was threatened before. In 2011, I was threatened. And then 2015, I was directly threatened not to post my books. I didn't see the big deal at the time, because not a lot of people were watching my stuff. And even now, most people who were subscribed to me and my main channel are not here. So that entity was sending electromagnetic signals to me to disrupt my emotions. And that was part of the problem. I was picking up everyone's frequency. That was when I discovered for myself that I really was an empath, and that my, I don't want to say gift, my strong awareness is clear audio. I can see photos in my head from time to time. I've done as far as remote viewing accidentally one time with my former girlfriend in Mexico. But so now I'm beginning to put the pieces together. But after Peru, you can see that I'm back to normal. I have a little bit of weight around uh, the lower section of the stomach, which is cool. A little bit of muscles here. What I would like to do is to, again, build up some muscles, but that takes time. Let me say this now, since I don't know if I have said it. Well, it would be repetition. Repetition is important for remembering anyway. The entity, or the being in charge, it looks like it was a being in charge of some, whether it's a council or something. It looked exactly like the guy in the Matrix. Like, he was white. And I was like, so these things that they put in movies, you can't just take them as fiction. I was like, why is this person looking exactly like the Matrix? And there was no, like, I sensed it, and I didn't sense anything about me having watched a movie. That was the reason. I just felt, it was like, damn, they put so much truth in these movies. They're not just movies, people. So, okay, here you can see my back is back to normal. I was doing my hair. Wait, am I presenting? Yes, I am. So those are the missing pieces. So uh, basic awareness here is a very important basic awareness. And I think that pretty much does what I wanted to do with the videos here. Let me just make sure there aren't any more pictures that I am missing. Some stuff that post August. Let's take a look at this one. So give me a second before I go into the overall lesson that should be pulled out of sharing information online. I've said this before. I'll repeat it again here. While the picture is loading up, the overall message here is if you have a story to tell, if you're talking about the world, if you're talking about another frequency, meaning another world, some people call it dimension, the more unbiased you are, the more powerful it is. And it really doesn't matter. Here you can see the defined muscles. I'm mostly muscle, very little fat. I'm working on putting some fat on my body. So the more honest the story is, meaning even if you have to expose yourself, like all the things you've done that isn't cool, and you expose everyone, the more honest it is, the deeper it is, the higher it goes. The information will go beyond the universe. I had this happen. I felt this when I was fasting and took a couple of capsules of Iboga, and I was like this, whoa, because I was thinking about someone, how to what I don't know. I don't want to say how to reach a person necessarily, but I was thinking about the outcome, the consequence of me putting out book 5 because it's going to be brutally honest. And I've had 2 people cry in a non-physical, which I caught. It's time for them to cry again because they haven't learned their lessons. So the more they hold on to the negativity, the more you have to expose them. Okay, so because they're not going to stop. Um, so the information, the universe is like a disk in the middle of infinite space. So the universe is finite with finite resources unless source players come in. And then when source players come in, that's when the bad doers or the dark ones or the dark energy, dark light uses, manipulates, and extracts their energy for the whole universe. And those who are already here, their energy is constantly being recycled. If those who are already here are struggling, um, there comes a point where they have to turn into, not turn into, but they will resonate at levels like rocks. So ascension isn't guaranteed. Ascension is only guaranteed through love. You can go as far as to take on the frequency of a rock or something so immobile that it just boggles the mind. So that's another reason why you have to like think about these things, how bad it's going to be for them, and just let go. Besides, it doesn't serve you to hold on to the negativity, especially if you are not like the major cause of it. It just let it go because it's time for them to help you to overcome the your hurt in it. Chances are they're not going to do it, and if they do it later, what's in it for you? Well, at the grand level, it only helps the totality of what exists. At the immediate level, that which could be millions of years, it really doesn't help you because if they come back, because you've already so past, you've already progressed, so they don't really need their change at that point. Their change only helps the overall. So if you're making a decision based on the overall, well, then congratulations, you've reached another level of awareness and you've become selfless. But again, I'll I will emphasize again, excuse me, I will emphasize again the importance of being healthy, making the right decisions, and not suffering through being selfless. Okay, because unconditional love is real, but it's not a fool. Hence, I'm able to put these books out and expose people, because a lot of people think love is weak. Love has become a Hollywood thing where people are made to be weak. Women are portrayed a certain way, and men are portrayed a certain way, and romance is diluted. And there's so much more layers, so many layers, so much. What the heck is this? Is such poor English. There's so many layers of love that it's amazing. Sometimes you have to force it. You have to force it, meaning that you have to really trust your intuition, even if you're not comfortable at the moment. Even if you're right, like, damn, this is really, yeah. If you listen to your intuition, this is the reason why I'm going back to source after this lifetime. Because I made a promise once years ago. I think that was when I was writing book 2, that for millions of years, I had that message after the first year of fasting, of doing the chewing diet, where I told myself, if I ever, if there is ever a struggle between my immediate self and the super self, I would choose source. And so that was the decision that I made. And I've seen enough evidence, that it is the right decision. So with that said, this wraps up the missing elements, the photos, and what I didn't say before. You're gonna have some level of discomfort, but peace is not a choice. Love is a temporary choice. At the grand level, it's a permanent decision. So good luck. Back to source consciousness, source speed.